What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Celio's Network. Today I'm playing with Gardevoir Sylveon. Um, I have not included anything from Shining Legends in it. I think the deck stays super strong. Probably still our best deck. Definitely tier 1 for the standard format. Um, we'll see if Shining Legends and Crimson Invasion changes that at all. But I really think Gardevoir is still going to be the deck to beat. Starting out with an Eevee is always really nice, especially with that Fairy Energy in hand. Alright, so we're playing against the Garbodor deck. Probably Garb, could be Espeon Garb. We'll find out. Could be a little of everything. So one thing I don't like about this matchup is Garb's performance really relies on the skill of the player, whereas Gardevoir, being a stage 2 deck, a lot of times relies on hitting the candies in the Gardevoir, drawing into multiple energy for Secret Springs. So it relies on the consistency of the deck not letting you down sometimes, and some luck. So this match is very close, but sometimes the Gardevoir player can't really do anything with their skill to progress positively in the game. Whereas the Garb player, it's almost entirely on their decisions. With Gardevoir, it's pretty much, did you draw into what you needed? Did you draw what you needed, and then did you make the right decisions? But I still really like Gardevoir, even though it can get a little inconsistent and have some stage 2 antics happen. Alright, they want everything on their bench, so we're just going to Parallel City them. Lele's even a good attacker for them, so they'll probably get rid of Lele and a Trubbish. Alright, we're going to get rid of a Fairy Energy and an Eevee. Let's see if Bridget, she is here. In best of 1, like every League Cup around me is best of 1. It's so risky playing Bridget, just one Bridget in my opinion. But I do it anyway most of the time because it's so hard to find the space for the second. But Bridget's just so good that every now and then I will put a second one in just so I don't risk prizing it. Because that turn 1 Bridget is just so important for decks like this. Alright, we'll probably get 2 Ralts and an Octillery. Or, my bad. 2 Ralts and a Remoraid. Even though the Octillery's prized. We could just rip it out the prizes later, but sometimes Espeon GX can be very aggressive with taking out the Ralts, so I'm just going to get 3 Ralts for now. And then Magical Ribbon. What do I want here? Probably So I'm expecting them to be running Espeon EX, so rare candying all of my Gardevoirs is really scary. I think I'm going to get a Guardy, a Candy, and an N, and try to make it a point to evolve the other Gardevoirs with Curlia and not Candy. They also can't bench their Espeon EX until something's knocked out or they get the Paralocity out of there. We're doing really well on our item use. Just one in there. They're probably digging for an N here, and they got the N. Oh well. Happens every now and then. A lot of people aren't a fan of Beacon and Magical Ribbon just because it gets end away like that. But that means your opponent isn't playing Guzma or another supporter that they would really like to use. Like, so that it's, since they're not playing Guzma, it keeps your bench safe. And if they don't get the end, then you get 3 free cards. This is really interesting. They're playing Max Elixir. And they whiffed 2 in a row. Okay. We're gonna Ultra Ball, a Ralts, and an Energy, because we need everything else. Get a Guardy. Rare Candy, Gardevoir. We'll Secret Spring this baby down. Floatstone Sylveon because it's confused, and we'll Sycamore for 7 cards. Thought about preemptively Leleing for a Guzma for next turn, but I'm not even going to go into that because we have 2 Field Blowers, so if they put down a Garbotoxin, we'll be able to take care of that. I'm just going to attach this energy here so we can go ahead and Infinite Force their Espeon GX for 90. So that's a potential 2-shot for next turn. I'm thinking we're not playing against the most optimal list just because I'm seeing Altar of the Moon is kind of... it hasn't been played much because Potown's just better. Max Elixir isn't really needed. I would go ahead and try Shining Mew before I tried Max Elixir in this. Alright, we're just gonna Field Blower that Floatstone and freely use our powers. Actually, let's see. I'm gonna do this instead. If we Acerola this Sylveon, we get an energy and a Floatstone guaranteed. So we just Floatstone to Ralts, energy to Gardevoir GX, retreat, and we didn't even have to use our Field Blowers. And we got a damaged Sylveon off the board too. And we also relocated that fairy energy. Because the Sylveon, we probably aren't going to use it too much anymore. Um, I did rebench the Eevee just in case we needed it for something, but the fairy energy will probably be, excuse me, probably be much better on the Gardevoir. Now that we have 3 there, we can, they stomped off. Okay, they got rid of our Super Rod. Um, with that energy there, we can one-shot Trashulance Garbs, but it looks like their Garbotoxin might be hindering them more than it's bothering us. So I'm not even going to use a supporter since I don't want to help our opponent out with the N. I also don't want to get rid of all of this with a Sycamore. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ace roll this Ralts to heal it. 30 damage. 30 damage can hurt a lot in a deck playing the Spread and Devolve package. I'm not sure if they are playing Espeon EX or Shining Jirachi, but if they are, I don't want that 30 damage to come back and hurt us in the late game. There's that Octillery. I don't think we'll end up needing it though. Interesting. So they did get a draw supporter. They have a powered up Oranguru on the bench. That we're just... Oh, okay. Could have swore they retreated twice that turn. I doubt the game would have allowed them to do that. But I'm just going to see why I thought that. Oh, okay. They attached a warp energy. Completely missed that. So it's not powered up. Okay, I thought they attached a double colorless energy. My bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we can just one-shot this Oranguru. I'm going to just keep my hand again the way it is. Attach the float stone just in case they end us or something. Get that float stone down if we need a free retreater later. And then we're just going to Infinite Force. Yeah, that warp energy really messed with my mind there. Completely did not expect it. I'm sure they wished it was a double colorless though. We did fairly well with our item conservation this game. Only 4 items in the discard, but Trashulance never ended up mattering anyway. So they are playing the Espeon EX. I'm going to Guzma up the Espeon EX since they confused our Guardy. Hit it for 120. No matter what happens, we'll be able to manage a KO on this thing at some point. Even if the game goes completely downhill from here, which I don't think it will. Okay, Guzma. I guess they just want to get Sylveon stuck out there, damage it a bit. Luckily, we have this nifty floatstone. Yeah, we're gonna Sycamore here. And DCE wins us the game. Yeah, retreat to Sylve. And Infinite Force. So we kind of just took control of that game from the start and never let up. It's ridiculous how one guard he could just snowball, and it just takes the whole game. Like I said, I don't think our opponent was playing the most optimal Espeon Garb list. But I hope you guys enjoyed the match. Let me know if there are any decks you would like to see soon on Celio's network. You could follow me on Twitter. My handle is right under the webcam. And thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you enjoyed.